Imagine cruising in a land yacht that defined American luxury for decades. Remember when a Cadillac meant floating on clouds, chrome everywhere, and that unmistakable presence? Today, we're taking a nostalgic ride through the evolution of the Cadillac DeVille from 1977 to 2005, those golden years when big cars ruled the road and safety started catching up. If these classic Cadillacs bring back memories of family road trips or Sunday drives, hit that subscribe button and join the crew. We're building a community of folks who love these icons, and your support keeps the stories coming. Turn on notifications so you never miss one. Let us start with the fifth-generation DeVille, from 1977 to 1984. This was the big downsizing moment after the oil crises. Cadillac took the massive previous models and trimmed them down about 10 inches in length and 800 pounds lighter. Suddenly, it handled better, sipped less gas, but still felt like a true Cadillac with that proud, upright grille, acres of chrome, and those sharp, squared-off lines that screamed late 1970s elegance. Under the hood, a new 425 cubic inch V8 kicked out 180 horsepower, smooth as silk, with a 4-speed automatic for effortless highway cruising. Later, you had options like a 350 cubic inch from Oldsmobile or that infamous diesel V8, great on paper for mileage, but oh boy, the reliability headaches many owners remember all too well. Inside, it was pure indulgence. Plush velour or leather benches seating 6, power seats, windows, locks, automatic climate control, and that classic AM/FM cassette stereo. Driving one felt like commanding a luxury liner on wheels. Pure nostalgia for anyone who grew up in that era. Safety back then was evolving from the bare-bones 60s. This generation built on energy-absorbing bumpers from 1973 that soaked up low-speed hits, padded dashboards, collapsible steering columns, and standard outboard seatbelt retractors. The body used better reinforcements with crumple zones to absorb energy and protect the cabin, plus side beams in the doors for T-bone protection as federal rules tightened. Period tests showed the heavy frame holding up well in 30-mile-per-hour rear impacts with little fuel spillage and good occupant space. Frontal barrier hits at 35 miles per hour revealed solid rigidity from all that steel. But without airbags, dummies took higher chest and head forces. Like a tank that shrugs off obstacles but shakes you up inside. Real-world wrecks proved these Cadillacs saved lives better than older ones, though legs could intrude in severe fronts. If you are restoring one today, add modern belts for that extra peace of mind. Then came the sixth generation, 1985 to 1993. A bold jump to front-wheel drive on GM's new C-body platform shared with Buick and Oldsmobile. Gone was the old rear-drive layout. This made the car lighter, roomier inside, and way better in snow or rain. Perfect for real American roads. The wheelbase hovered around 113 inches, but the body turned sleeker and more aerodynamic for improved fuel economy. Engine started rough with the 4.1-liter IIHS 4100 V8 at 135 horsepower. Many remember the troubles. But it evolved to a smoother 4.5-liter in 1988 at 170 horsepower. Then the reliable 4.9-liter in 1991, pushing 200 horsepower, all with a 4-speed automatic. Styling went rounded and European-inspired. Flush glass, hidden headlights, and a cleaner look that appealed to a younger crowd while keeping Cadillac dignity. Interiors featured early digital dashes that switched to analog later. Bose audio options, power moonroofs, blending tradition with fresh modernity. Safety stepped up with stricter rules. It kept the crumple zones and door beams, added standard anti-lock brakes on many trims from 1986 to prevent lockup and skids, and brought back airbags, a driver's side optional in 1989, standard by 1990. Height-adjustable shoulder belts and rear lap belts improved fit, and front-wheel drive helped manage crash energy better. NHTSA tests showed mixed bag. Some rear impact FMVSS 301 runs at 35 miles per hour, had early fuel leaks leading to recalls and fixes, but later ones improved. Frontals held structure well, but dummy load stayed high without full passenger airbags. Compared to the 5th gen, the lighter design absorbed offsets nicer, and real-world fatality rates dropped thanks to ABS and airbags. It marked Cadillac's serious move toward active safety. Next, the seventh generation from 1994 to 1999 refined everything on the updated K-body shared with Seville. Smoother ride than the sometimes quirky 6th gen electronics, with a longer 113.8-inch wheelbase for limo-like legroom, ideal for executives or big families. Styling grew bolder, wider stance, pronounced arches, massive chrome grille that commanded respect. Interiors boasted real wood trim, supple leather, heated seats, CD changers, luxury dialed up. Power came from the fresh 4.6-liter Northstar V8, 275 horsepower base, 300 in concourse trim. Quick, refined multi-valve tech beating old pushrods on efficiency. Safety leaped ahead, meeting 1997 side standards early. Dual front airbags standard for everyone. Huge upgrade from single driver only. ABS, traction control, daytime running lights, and brake transmission. Interlocks became must-haves. Doors got beefier beams. High-strength steel added rigidity. NHTSA frontal tests at 35 miles per hour gave 4 stars driver and passenger. Low injury risk with safe head injury criterion scores thanks to airbags. Similar Seville tested, good in IIHS, moderate overlap. Excellent survival space, minimal intrusion, controlled dummy movement. Reinforced doors met side specs. Late 90s data showed airbags cutting injuries big time. This bridged classic luxury with real modern protection. A safer family hauler. Finally, the 8th and last DeVille generation, 2000 to 2005, later renamed DTS, but we will stick with DeVille. Fresh on the G platform, stretched to 207 inches with edgy art and science styling, sharp creases, vertical LED taillights, bolder grille exuding confidence. Compared to the softer 7th, it looked aggressive and contemporary for tech-savvy buyers. Northstar V8 carried on. 275 base, 300 in performance trims, later 290, with magnetic ride control for adaptive damping, plush highways, firm corners. Safety innovations dazzled, standard side airbags front, OnStar emergency help, stable attract stability control against skids, tire pressure monitoring, night vision infrared on windshield, spotted dark hazards, world-first leap from basic lights. Ultrasonic parking and adaptive cruise options pushed active safety. NHTSA full overlap frontals at 35 miles per hour for 2002 to 2003 models gave driver 1 star, high head injury criterion 826, and passenger 3, surprising for luxury, likely stiff structure transmitting forces, though cabin held. Later tweaks helped a bit. Similar models earned good in IIHS moderate, overlaps with strong roof. Side ratings acceptable with effective airbags. Real-world NHTSA data showed low fatalities thanks to all these features. This wrapped the DeVille as a safety pioneer shaping today's Cadillacs. There you have it. The DeVille's heartfelt journey from 1970s cruiser to 2000s innovator. Which generation tugs at your heartstrings most? Share your stories in the comments, subscribe if these classics move you, and thanks for riding along. Drive safe, friends.